in Pakistan today, police have detained a Firebrand Cleric. Hafiz Saeed has been put under house arrest for 6 months by the authorities. They took him away from a mosque in Lahore late on Monday, escorting him to his residence. Saeed has been linked to the Mumbai terror attacks in 2008, in which 166 people of multiple nationalities were killed. For more on this house arrest of the Lashkar-e-Toiba chief, joining us now is our correspondent in Pakistan, Javed Rana. Javed, the Pakistani Interior Ministry says that Hafiz Saeed is to be placed under preventive detention. What does this mean?
That means that legally, if the government considered that one particular individual is a threat to the security of Pakistan, government can detain for a certain number of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, up to 3, I think my understanding is by maximum up to 3 months, and then after 3 months, then there has to be another legal order by which he can be detained. But I really doubt that the government will be able to do it because in the past we have seen so many times similar incidents where Hafiz Saeed was detained under pressure from the US, and then later on he was released on the orders from the court. And I think something similar is going to happen because government doesn't have any evidence. When I say any evidence, that means any hard evidence, though there are circumstantial evidence which linked him with Mumbai terror attack back in 2008. Since then, this has been happening, and I really doubt that the government would be able to sustain its legal order to keep him under house arrest for a long period of time.
Javed, is there any basis for the inevitable speculation that there is some political motive here, that perhaps Pakistan took this action following pressure from the new US administration? For example, would that explain why Saeed has only been put under house arrest at this point in time?
Well, it is quite obvious. The new administration under Donald Trump, they have been putting a lot of pressure, and I think they had made it clear even before coming into power that they're going to put Pakistan under pressure. And now there are media reports which are indicating that Pakistan's ambassador to the US, he was given a warning that this is the time that Pakistan needs to take action against Hafiz Saeed, who's wanted by the US, who's wanted by Indians. In case Pakistan doesn't take action, then the US may go for some sort of soft economic sanctions. I think his detention is obviously linked to the pressure that Pakistan has received from the US. But at the same time, the fate of Hafiz Saeed is going to be determined by Pakistani courts. In the past, we have seen, and I think we are going to see it again, that when the government will be questioned, what is the evidence that it has to link it with the Mumbai terror attack or with any violent activities in Indian part of disputed Kashmir region, I think government would have little to say, and Hafiz Saeed sooner or later is going to be released. Hafiz Saeed, as you know, has been a source of friction between Pakistan and India. Pakistan has been demanding India that it needs to come up with a hard evidence whereby they can convict him, Hafiz Saeed, and his other colleagues in the court. Pakistan has been complaining that India has been making a lot of political rhetorics about his involvement. But when we demand the hard evidence, India doesn't have much other than to provide Pakistan a circumstantial evidence, which is not acceptable for Pakistani courts.
Certainly a developing story with regional implications. Javed Rana, thank you for tracking developments for us on the ground in Pakistan.